Hey English 121. Today we wanted to talk about some common punctuation errors and how you can easily fix them. The knowledge of correct punctuation is especially important when writing college papers and essays. One of the more common errors that someone makes is when they don't know the difference between the contractive and possessive forms of its. So they might write something like, "Look at that dog, its," with an apostrophe, head is huge. And although adding an apostrophe s often does show possessive form, in this case, that's the contraction form of it is. I think a good way to combat this is to think of its with an apostrophe similar to don't and other contractions. The correct way to use this contraction would be, "It's good to learn proper punctuation." And you can sound that out and say, "It is good to learn proper punctuation." Another common punctuation error is the overuse of commas. This is something that I know I am really guilty of. For example, I went to the store, comma, but they were closed, comma, so I got into the car, comma, turned on my radio, comma, backed out, comma, and went home. When you're using this many commas, it usually means one of two things. And in the example we showed, this is just not knowing how commas really work or not really understanding what you're writing. The other thing that this might mean is that your sentence is just too long and you should probably separate it into two distinct sentences just so it's a little more clear and not a run-on sentence. The next error I wanted to talk about is when someone doesn't really understand the difference between a semicolon and a colon. And usually, one should only use a colon if they are starting a list of items, and they should only use a semicolon if they are separating two related but distinct thoughts. An example of not correctly using a semicolon would be, "I need 3 things to fix my car, semicolon, a hammer, semicolon, a wrench, and a screwdriver." And the correct way to use a semicolon would be, "I'm glad to be going on vacation, semicolon, I needed the rest from school." The last error I wanted to talk about is incorrect quotation mark placement. For example, someone might write a quote something like this, "I am happy that you are here tonight, quotation mark, exclamation point." In this case, though, the exclamation point has been put after the quotation mark when it should have been put inside the quote like this. "I am happy that you are here tonight, exclamation point, quotation mark." We hope that this has been very informative for you, and we would like to thank you for watching.